the strangest like distractions. Like my dog is like scratching at my door now. It's like there's these little nuances, right? There's these like triggers, there's these distractions, there's these like constant like they're saying outside motives that are part of the clearing of residual. This is karma. This is clearing karma still. Okay, there's a lot of karma that's still being cleared. Not a lot. The residual. Okay, they're showing me like you know, like when you bake cookies and there's like that stuck cookie on the pan, like that, like the residual of the things that need to get taken care of before this manifestation can fully move forward. Okay, you guys manifested each other, so this is something that you guys have both been calling in, consciously or unconsciously, but you're already very, very connected in the 5D. They're telling me 8D. You guys are powerful. Okay, powerful connection here that comes from the very, very high dimensions. Okay. And it's funny because I work with my angelic team, and a lot of the angels that I work with are in the 9th dimension. So this is definitely a connection that really like supersedes a lot of the dimensions that maybe even planet Earth, okay? Because a lot of us here, star seeds, the 144,000 frequency, right? Many of us like that are meeting our match, or how we're connecting this is to bring the as above, so below, right? To bring in the higher frequencies and anchor them in, right? So that's why a lot of, I believe, this karmic residue per se is still being kind of like calibrated out. They're wanting to say calibrated. This is calibrated out. So it's like being vibrated out of your being, your physical vessel, maybe your energetic field, right? Working on the planes, the mind, right? And allowing both of you guys to really kind of like anchor in on this new resonance, okay? Because if you're connecting on the 8th dimension and working with higher beings as far as like your higher self and your energetic like alignment, right? That's powerful stuff. So you have to, like, say for instance, like you as my viewer, maybe you're somebody that resonates in the 5, 6, 7th dimension, right? So if you are calling in somebody that they need to match that frequency, if it's going to work, right? So it's really showing up in this energy, right? Where it's like whoever this person is actually very, very compatible for you, is actually taking the initiative to make sure that they're aligning with you. They're not being impulsive. They may be looking at it maybe from their perception or their point of view, like trying to make it work from their end, but it's still aligning and working on your behalf. This is not about speed, and this is where kind of we get convoluted with time in this realm, right? Time is an illusion. It's irrelevant, right? We're all connected. You guys have a connection, but there's a lot of movement that's happening that you don't see, and that's okay. That's good. That's why the detachment and surrender is so important here. And I all of a sudden got like this rush of like dizziness. You may be feeling dizzy. You may be getting like these like head rushes here, okay? Maybe energetic spins is kind of what I want to call it. I don't know. It's like that's weird. Like an ungroundedness. Stay grounded, okay? A lot of expansion. A lot of fast moving energy. And you guys are pulling energy together, okay? So you may not see it in the physical world, okay, but you're feeling it here, right? This is major expansion in the heart, right? This is major, all of the higher telepathic communication, the astral realm, the higher dimensions working, okay, in unison. You guys are really pulling energy here, okay? As you clear out these 3D lessons. And I keep pulling the 10 of Cups, okay? This is your ultimate fulfillment. Don't doubt it. You know it. And so does this person. But they're being smart. And I got the Sun card for yes. Ultimate happiness. Wishes coming true. This is your wish coming true. Have faith. Hold faith. Your wishes are coming true. This is ultimate happiness. My dog is like starting to like irritate me. What the fuck? And then as I said that, then that's the block, right? This is that wounding still, right? That irritation, those triggers that are still coming up in your reality, okay? That's wounding. Those are walls that need to get broken down. 444, okay? That's the cookie crumbs on the cookie sheet that needs to get scraped off still, okay? Clarify the Nine of Wands. Clarify the Nine of Wands. What is this? Cookie crumbs, cookie sheets. Ooh, and the Lovers flew over here. I have double choices. Remember the options. Choices. What are you going to choose? Can you choose love? Are you following your heart? Okay, so we had an Emperor show face, and now we have the Empress showing face, okay? Celebration, reconciliation. Choosing to make it work. Choosing love, choosing this connection. The wound of choosing connection. Choosing. And it's so funny because I was working through a wound that's directly connected to self-love. I set a timer for my sons. I was like, you guys need to clean up your mess because they make disasters because they're just playing, right? So I told them that they need to clean up their mess right now. Anyways, long story short is the timer's going off. That's why they were knocking, okay? And maybe that could be in the layer of energy too, as I was talking about, like time. Like it's almost kind of like the universe is also coming in and saying that, like, possibly the timer's up. What's your choice? What choice are you going to make? Right? And I don't think this is God or the universe like saying hello, but you know, divine timing is a real thing, right? And so maybe for this person, they're starting to feel maybe they're running out of time. But this block is almost kind of like where it's like this internal system for this person saying, I have to make a choice, because then what if this Empress, you, right? The Empress, the feminine energy, has options. What if somebody else comes in and snatches them up, okay? But in regards to it being karmic residue, maybe this person has a fear of choosing wrong. Maybe this person chose wrong in the past. Maybe this person could have been like a partier. Maybe somebody that like kind of like, I want to say floozy, okay? Take that how that resonates. I'm not judging anybody here, okay? But they're giving me that energy. Like maybe like in the past, like that's why they're maybe being so contemplative about their choices or their options or choosing, because maybe in the past the way that they chose it always ended up, they're saying, ruckus, okay? So however this person is working through their mental things, their blocks, their own wounding here, okay, is about making the choice. Am I making the right choice? Will this work, right? Am I basing this off? So this person is bringing in logic, but really connecting their heart here as well. And it's like it feels, they're saying it feels heavy to laugh. Like they want to laugh, like not like they want to laugh at this situation, but they so badly want this to be what they believe it is, right? Like-minded, they want this to be what they feel it is, but they're applying the logic, and it might be bringing in more of a burden than it needs to. So that's why God's coming in, like, your old wounding, right? The old paradigm, the old pattern, this old cookie sheet crumbs, it needs to go based off of your fear around making the choices, okay? Conversation. Choosing to have a conversation, choosing to create this, okay? Yeah, see, they're afraid that like it's inauthentic. That, are you really my person? Is this really a wish come true, or is it an illusion, right? Because in the past I made choices and maybe it was the wrong choice. Maybe it was somebody that really hurt them, right? I mean, we've all had circumstances in our life. It's completely understandable. They're just sitting there saying, like, is this a wish come true, or is it a lie? Like, are you my person? Because they're saying like you're my person. Like they're wondering, are you my person? Like, are you my person? Like, I'm wondering, like, is this real? Is this real? Will this really work? Is this what I really think it is? If you're this person come acrossing it, I'm gonna say, yeah. Coming across this, like, I'm gonna say, yeah. As far as me as an intuitive, yeah. To be totally honest. Conversation. connection, heartbroken, gloating, right? So again, past heartbreak